what this movie needed, besides what things you had said, like this movie needed a clear, like, oh, we're going to start World War III. Oh, I've got a nuclear weapon. Oh, this thing is going to start war, but the United States and Russia, like something that was very distinct and clear. Like the stakes are this. And like, I just felt like watching the whole movie, I'm like, there are things that I think casual viewers would be like, oh, this movie's great. It's got some of the best moments in this movie. It's like, there's a lot of great scenes and all this stuff. But like, what really doesn't work for me is like, why do I care?
Brad is so perfect because he already has that scene where he's like, and he has a couple where he's like, I love war. I live for war. Old generals are like the greatest humans who have ever lived. And like, we need the biggest war that's ever been, and I'm going to fight in it.
And that's the sad part is I think that's a character with a lot of lost potential because I love the setup with that character. Is like,
what army did you serve in? You were expelled from West Point for cheating.
You're a failure. You weren't even a military strategist, and you're like saying you could do all this great stuff. And I love that as his setup is that he was a failure.
That is so perfect because then he's like,
yeah,
exactly. My motivation is like, you may have failed me out of West Point, but I'm going to fight in the biggest war ever. And like, I'm going to win. Like, it was all there, but then we get watered down with Koskov, who is just
he
nothing.
Fantasizes
like, he's just nothing.
As one of the greats, like Genghis Khan or all those other people whose
he
statues
literally
put his
himself
face
in
on.
those statues. Yeah. So let me just carry on through. Let me carry through like my fix, right? My fix was switch the actors, right? Switch Gimli and Koskov. So then Gimli is working alongside Bond, fighting our bad guy general who has teamed up with Whitaker. Whitaker gets what he wants, which is World War III, and bad guy general gets what he wants, which is World War III, right? It's like this, they have their own little détente, but it's like a dark détente, right? This American and this Russian who are going to provoke World War III. Whitaker, because he's like a weird, insecure war freak. And then the Russian, he's bringing back Smear Spionum because he just he's like, the West is decadent and ready to fall.
The West is decadent.
And we need to capitalize on that. And then Whitaker just wants a fight, right? So it's like they both get what they want. Already I care more about that movie than this fight over dollar bills to just purchase weapons. It's like, and so everything you're saying, McCurdy, is totally true, where it's like, okay, so I guess, maybe the worst thing that could happen is that the United States has more opium on the streets of New York or whatever.
Raw opium. Worth $500 million on the streets of New York.
But like, that was going to happen anyway. So, but once again, as with Octopussy, it's like all these blatantly obvious changes you could make to make the movie better. And they don't do it because they're so focused on spectacle and they're just hoping that you won't question this. But again, it's like, why wouldn't you? Because as you pointed out, when you understand what's going on, you care more. And that's why even something as like, give A View to a Kill as much shit as you want. I think A View to a Kill is a better movie because you can follow what's happening. And again, it's like Bond fails, millions of people are going to die. And at the same time, you have fun stuff going on, like the betrayal and the switcheroo of Mayday, the reversal of Mayday.
Things are specific, things are highlighted as to why I care about what is going on in the movie.
Let's say that, because like I was saying, the whole defecting and then having Necros go in there and just throw milk bottles at everybody, it's ultimately pointless, right? Literally all he did was go in and just pretend to be a good guy and just say that Pushkin is nuts, right? And even Bond didn't believe him.
This plot to kill agent sounds rather far-fetched, sir.
Technically it worked where M got the green light to go kill, like he's like, Bond, you got to go kill Pushkin. But and again, regardless of that being kind of dumb, forget about what I said about fixing it. Let's say that, okay, the defection was fake, as we said. What if Koskov had done all of this so he could like facilitate Necros getting in there and killing M or something, or like stealing something or killing somebody, you know what I mean? Instead, you just get this like Koskov is still pretending to be a good guy just so later we can find him at a pool. And so we're like, this guy's kind of an asshole, but it's like, it doesn't have any like punch to it, you know? And it is funny because he's just getting a blowjob and a foot job.
But they set that up though, because they set up personal stakes between him and Kara.
He kept his promise to send for me. What are we going? To London?
No, not yet. The British think he'll be safer if they keep him moving around for a while. We might catch up with him in Vienna.
Vienna?
She's so beautifully naive.
I love that guy. He's my favorite. He's my boyfriend and all this stuff. And Bond's just like, okay. Hey,
Yeah.
do you want to go on a date? You know, kind of thing. And then it's like we cut back to him and he's at the pool with all these beautiful women and you're like, oh, this guy's a piece of shit, you know?
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
then to top that off, I do like that Bond's like, dude, he told me there was going to be a sniper and he made you the sniper. And knowing him, he knew that I was going to kill a sniper. So your boyfriend's a piece of shit.
He told us a sniper might try to kill him. Then he set you up as the sniper, Kara. He wants you dead. You knew too much.
I liked that.
Okay, I get that it needed to look legit, but if only there had been a stronger reason to kill her.
No, but he says like, it doesn't say like she knew too much and she's a loose end and that's why.
Was she a loose end though? Like, what did she know?
I don't know.
Like, I wish
We
she
don't
was a
know
loose
anything that
end.
she
Like,
knows.
it would have been, you know, because he's once he gets in the car, he's like, so Bond, did you?
Did you?
I'd rather not talk about it.
No, of course not.
But she knew enough to get in touch with Whitaker, right? So you already
You
get
know
a
what?
sense
You're
that she
totally
knew.
right. You're totally right. She led Bond directly to Whitaker. So you're right.
Your cello's a Stradivarius.
A famous one. The Lady Rose.
The Lady Rose, a cello by Stradivarius of Cremona, 1724, sold for $150,000 to Brad Whitaker.
Whitaker.
She knew enough to know. So like that worked, but like again, the plot again, the plot's just overly complicated.